What's up, YouTube gang? This is your boy Troy, Rubbish Riddance Junk Removal, back at it for our second video. Man, you know what? I'm so sorry it's been a couple days. I just have to admit that I've tried to do my second video like 20 times already, and I kept getting called onto jobs and things just kept going wrong, and it was hot and I was sore and it was just busy the last couple days. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you stay tuned, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to tell you guys what happened this week and why I was so busy. And then we're going to go over the basics of starting a junk removal business all over again. Let's go. All right, back at it. So, yeah, from my second video, I told you guys, for my first video, I told you guys just kind of some of the basics of how to start a junk removal business. It isn't really hard. It actually takes very low capital to do. If you already have a truck and a trailer, then you're already there. So some of the basics. I had one of my friends tell me that you don't have to worry about some of the bigger things that scared me away, which was, how do I get a license? Do I have to get insurance? Do I have to get workman's comp? Who's gonna do my payroll? How do I do the payroll taxes? All that stuff is scary. But I can tell you this, if you don't know how to do any of that stuff, I promise you that stuff will come. I think a little bit of background on myself, why some of that was easy was I was an accountant at a payroll firm, and part of the job that I did was payroll. So I got to experience firsthand what it was like to pay payroll taxes. So I'm a little bit more familiar in how to do that. But again, I wouldn't even worry about that at first. I just want to take you guys on a typical day-to-day and what it's like to be in the junk removal business. So if you haven't already just to kind of jump into it, because I don't want to keep going backwards and stuff. If you already got your business out there, you got your name picked out, you got yourself a logo, I do recommend putting like decals all over your trailer, all over your truck that has your phone number and it's clear, and it just sends the message that way if you're in town and people see you, they're going to give you a call. So one clever thing that I did, so we're going to kind of talk about advertising real quick. One clever thing that I did in advertising that I noticed a lot of the trailers and contractors in my area they don't have like any kind of sign on the back gate of their trailer. So I wanted to be creative, and I bought myself a banner with my logo and phone number, and I zip tie that to the back of my trailer. So when my gate is up and I have a full load, when I'm in traffic, not only is the sides, I have truck magnets of my business name and phone number, but now the back of my trailer has it as well. Also, the sides of my trailers has it. So, it's hitting it from every single angle. So if I'm in traffic, people are seeing my logo, they're seeing my phone number, and I think that's been paying off. Now, next thing is that, after you get your advertising figured out and let's say you're putting things on Facebook, which is what I do, I think it's pretty easy because it's, simple to do. You create yourself an ad and you kind of dictate what radius and what audience you want. I think that between Facebook and Google ads, it has got my business out there so much. And the reason why I say Google ads is because the first thing that anybody does is they go to Google to type in junk removal in my area. And if you're not popping up at the top, it's going to be so hard for people to find out who you are. Another thing I think really helped me out was I had a friend of mine build me a website. So I have a real professional website, and I think that part looks good for like professional businesses. So contractors, real estate offices, when they're, people who own property and want you to do property clear outs. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion, that, a lot of them found me on my website and sent me a message directly from my website. And I think that just makes me look professional because the website looks professional. So yeah, if you do all that, I think the leads will start coming in. Another thing that I did to kind of jumpstart it was, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I actually went to like any single classified where people were selling stuff or giving things away for free, and I would just personally message them, and I would just say, hey, if you need to get rid of that couch, I'll swing by, I'll pick that up for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever, right? Sounds kind of like cheesy, like you're desperate for funds, but you know what? I did play the sympathy card just a little bit because I am desperate for funds. I'm a new business and I'm trying to get out there. So I think doing that, driving around town and meeting contractors and just going out there, talking to them, handing them your business cards is a good way to get yourself out there. I'm a huge talker, so anywhere I've been going for lunch, filling up my gas, I'm just letting everybody know. I also signed up for my local Chamber of Commerce, and going to luncheons and talking to businesses is really a good idea because not only are you talking to them from like a, hey, from a business level, call me, but you're also talking to them as a personal level. Hey, if you personally need something, give me a call. So that takes care of the advertising component. So you got yourself your truck, your trailer, your license, and business insurance is pretty easy to get. You can just Google it and get yourself some business insurance. I think it cost me like $500 to start it up, and it's about $20 a month. It's not bad. So besides the business insurance, I really have no other expense besides gas. You know, I just got to pay gas. And, you know, I recommend for tax purposes to track your mileage. I use little forms. I'll show you. I use these little forms here as my invoices. So I do use a digital. I do use Square as well to track my sales and put the customer information in there. So when I take a call, I'm putting it in my Square app. And then afterwards, I'm converting it to this sales invoice form where it tells you, you know, where am I going, the address, the name of the person, what's the job I'm performing, and then what's the total. And the customer signs it there saying that they're satisfied. What's cool about these invoices that it's 2 pages, so I can rip one off and give it to the customer, but also the back of it, I can track my mileage. There's a job cost record, so any kind of materials that I'm buying for the job, labor. This is just mainly for me on the house to kind of know what I've been buying. And I can track my mileage, any kind of gas expense. So for me, I use that just to kind of track some things. I know there's QuickBooks out there. People are probably gonna be using that, but I could actually just show you because I know, you know, I'm just showing you what I do. I keep a binder. This is what we did in my company when I was doing payroll. So I have the months, you know, January all the way through December. And then what I do is any single receipt that I buy for expenses, I hole punch, put in here. Again, here's all the, just, you know, the sales records from every single transaction that I'm doing, how much it costs. So I just keep them all in there nice and organized in chronological order. And then so every single month, I'm just keeping the track of every single little thing. And I think that comes in handy if you're not using QuickBooks, because I could just give this binder to the accountant and say, hey, here's all the revenue, here's all the expenses that I've incurred for my business. What do I owe? That's what I'm doing. If you guys have any tips on that, let me know, and that will help me out as well. Also, I think the receipt, this is actually a buddy of mine told me about the invoices. He says just a professional way that you could just hand someone the receipt. It just feels better. But again, the Square app or any other software you use, I'm sure is going to be fine as long as you're able to give somebody a receipt. I think it goes a long way, especially businesses. They want to see that. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. I promise we've been so busy. My phone has been off the hook, busy calls. We got our first property cleanup that we've been doing the past couple of days. Very tough, but it's so fun and they pay so well. So we'll go more into the day-to-day, me driving around and showing you the jobs on the next video. Thanks. Stay tuned. Bye.